It's time for the Mohney Show. High atop the third story of the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful downtown Centralia. The star of the show, Steve Mohney.
Yes. Welcome to the Mohney Show. Hey, it's our Easter edition of the Mohney Show. We covered stuff last week, but
we had the early edition.
it was the early edition of the Mohney Show,
which was the more extensive version.
Exactly.
Of the Easter
so you can refer to events, last week that we talked about. Paul Walker is with me. Paul, how are you?
Doing great.
Good. So I wanted to cover one thing before we head out to NAPA in Onalaska.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. First of all, how do you feel about that?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Do you care at all?
I'm not up on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay, I was talking.
It's a little scattered for me. I can't follow it all.
It is. I was talking to my friend Lane Meyer, and he was not particularly happy with some of the voting, some of the stuff that's been left out, some of the people that have been maybe inducted. Anyway, I don't want to get into that stuff, but I will say that there's as I look through all my stuff here. I wanted to give you the fan count.
Okay, let's do that.
So here's the fan count right now, and you can vote if you want to. Go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you can vote each and every day. All you have to do is give them your email. So far with the fan voting, the Dave Matthews Band is in first place.
All right.
406,857 votes.
And I think all of them have been to the Gorge to see him.
Exactly, because he plays the Gorge Friday, Saturday, what is it?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think
is
Memorial Day.
Okay, so it's not Monday. It's 3 days.
Yeah,
plays the Gorge.
Yeah, it might be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know. It's
Yes.
Memorial Day weekend every year, right?
What you do is you go over there, you get a camping spot at the Gorge. You get a tent, you get loaded up, and then you pass out listening to Dave Matthews on Friday night. You wake up at Saturday night, and you're like, I didn't miss any of the show. Because he's still on stage from the night before. And if you do it right, you'll wake up during the same song.
Yeah, he's still there.
A band that you didn't completely think that they should be inducted into the Rock Hall. Do you remember?
No.
Foreigner.
I didn't.
Are you bananas?
I like Foreigner.
Yeah, well... I mean, what the hell's the criteria then? I may have just woke up the bear.
Well, what other bands are not in that should be?
Let's not get that.
Well, that's the thing.
Three Dog Night.
Is Boston in?
No, I don't think so. You know what? I went back and started looking at bands that are actually in the Rock Hall, and we need to research this before we do it, because there were a lot of bands that were in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that we don't know about.
Yeah.
So let's not be stupid, especially.
Yeah, exactly. So
especially
I would guess, if some of the others, like when I think of Foreigner as the quote unquote stadium rock.
Well,
and I think Boston is the first and greatest stadium rock band of all time.
Yeah, but you've got
if they're not in before Foreigner, that would be my objection.
But think of the great songs, feels like the first time.
I know. I get it. But again, I believe that the greatest should have been in first. And I just think Boston was the greatest stadium rock band of all time.
Okay, so before we continue, Michelle, our producer, Michelle today, can you check and see if Boston's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And then I'll yammer on.
Yeah.
Foreigners in at number 2 as far as fan voting, 366,231 votes. I just voted for Foreigner 10 minutes ago. Peter Frampton in at number 3. He deserves to be in the Rock Hall as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, I would agree with that.
363, 190. Ozzy on his own. Got to have Ozzy. Love Ozzy.
Yeah.
Well, he stuck it to Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
They fired him. Then he comes out with this gigantic album. Hey, he sells 5 million copies in like 1 week.
Right.
Okay, it could be exaggerated.
I don't know what it was.
Cher, she's in a number, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go from Ozzy with 360,097 votes to Cher's 251,716 votes. This is the fan vote. Lenny Kravitz in at number 6, and Kool and the Gang in at number 7, 202,421 votes. And then the rest of the list is as follows.
Okay.
Mariah Carey, Oasis. I thought Oasis would have done way better.
So they're always mad about everything. So that
I know they should.
There's an anger problem in that band. So
isn't Don Henley in that band?
he was he formed it.
Glenn Fry and Don Henley.
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor
was so mad, wanted nothing to do with it. So
that's a mad band. What do you guys sing about? Just mad stuff. What are you mad about? I'm mad about the fry size over there at that drive-in. Sade in at the bottom of the list. Jane's Addiction, Tribe Called Quest, Eric B. and Rankum. They're last at 42,726 votes. Yeah. Wow. You can vote if you want.
Don't know who they are.
That's the situation with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Inductees will be announced in late April, so you can still vote. I think you can still vote until this Friday.
Okay.
That'd be... Yeah, that's what is that?
That would be Friday.
It's like the 20th. Well, the 31st is Monday. So, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony to take place in Cleveland, and it's this fall. They say date and on-sale information, if you want to go, to be announced.
Okay.
And Michelle, what do we have here as far as Boston?
So I did a quick Google search, and there's lots of people. There was even just an article here recently in February, people arguing that Boston should be in the Hall of Fame,
so
but
they're not.
Many fans online claim that they have been blacklisted because of a legal dispute between CBS and the band.
Oh, boy.
I can't find an official article, but there's several instances where fans are talking about that dispute specifically.
I think there's a lot of blacklisting. I think that they just addressed a lot of that with the Rock Hall as well.
So now I'm mad.
No.
There you go. That's why I'm against Foreigner.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean you're against Foreigner?
Hey, Boston should be in first. Then you can let in Foreigner and all the others. They're the leaders of that little niche of music. How about that?
There you have it, folks.
There you have it.
Okay.
Laying down the line.
Paul just laid it right down.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, I might throw a little horseshoe into the mix here.
Right.
Because my bit today is on music.
Okay.
Do we want to do that now before we go to Napa in Onalaska, or do you want to do that after we get back from Onalaska?
I'll tell you what I think we're going to do. I think we're going to take a break, get my head together, and then we're going to come back to you with your bit, because now you got me curious about what this bit is.
Okay.
And so we're going to do that, and then we'll head out to Napa.
Okay.
And
sounds great.
man, I'll tell you what, things are progressing out there. So stay right there, and we'll get all this stuff sorted out. Mohney Show back after this. Okay, we're back on the Mohney Show, and Paul Walker is with me. Paul, you've got something here, and boy, you are really excited about this.
Just so folks know, every time I do a bit, I never tell Steve. He never knows what's coming.
No, I have no idea.
Seriously, he never knows.
And so sometimes because our desks in the office are kind of close, and I'll kind of peer off a little bit there and get away, go.
Yeah. Not for Mohney's eyes, because we like to do this fresh, raw, and real.
Okay, so should I put my stupid glasses on, or
no? I think you're going to like this. Okay, and you may have heard about this, but then there's some really interesting facts about this.
All right, here we go.
There's a new biggest song of all time named by Forbes. I don't know if you've seen this.
I did not see this.
Journey's "Don't Stop Believin'."
Yeah,
18 times platinum.
Whoa!
It's the biggest song in the history of music now.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Do you know how many times it's been number one on the charts?
I not really, but 5.
Never.
Really? Well, I know it was almost like when it came out, it was a deep album cut.
It was. It came out as the number 2 off of the Escape album,
Right.
And it got to number 9 in the U.S. charts.
Boy, isn't it weird how things like that happen?
And this is 1981, 82. Came out in 81.
Uh-huh.
In Austria, it was 68. Germany, 82. Switzerland, 85. Let's see. In Australia, it peaked at 100. Canada top singles 9.
Wow.
U.S. Billboard Hot 100 9. U.S. Adult Contemporary 9. U.S. Mainstream Rock 8. That was back in 81 and 82 when it first came out.
Kasem with America's Top 40, and Journey's never going to make it to number 1.
Well, little known fact. I think they did. They did get to number 1 between 2009 and 2011. 20 years, 30 years later. Australia, Hit Seekers was number 1. It got to number 2 in the Japan Adult Contemporary during that time. Number 2 in Scotland, number 2 in the UK Singles, number 4 in the US Billboard. It got to number 4 in the US Billboard Hot 100, where it only got to number 9 when it first came out.
So that was, and that was in 2002?
2009. 2011.
What was it? Was it used for something? I can't remember.
Well, so here's the background on this. First of all, it was written by Jonathan Cain, Steve Perry, and Neil Sean.
Yeah.
So they wrote it.
Right.
And when they went back, and again, this was when Jonathan Cain joined Journey. He came from the Babies.
Right. John Waite's Babies.
And this was actually Jonathan Cain's. He originated it.
His vision.
And Sean and Perry came in. So they went through and they were, putting this song together. And what's interesting, I think, from your standpoint, because you're a kind of a music geek,
mm-hmm.
They wrote the song backwards.
Okay.
So the hook doesn't come in until after the third verse.
You're right.
Yeah. And so that's what they did, and they worked backwards on this whole thing. And there's some other, funny things about this song. Where they mentioned South Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know where South Detroit is?
Never been there, but
apparently either has anyone in Detroit, because there's no such thing as South Detroit. They don't. It's never referred to. Steve Perry says it's interesting. I found out South Detroit is actually in Canada. Because it's right. Oops. No one knows. He said, but he says we tried north, we tried east, we tried west. Nothing sounded right. He said South Detroit. He says they took some flack originally. Now it's of course celebrated in Detroit because they're mentioned.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so sometimes you have to do that. Now you'd wonder, where did this song pick up steam? The song never lost steam.
No.
Here, I'm just going to read this. It's just easy.
Go
the song gained press coverage with sharp growth popularity and its use for the Chicago White Sox 2005 World Series Championship.
Okay.
And in 2007, the final scene of HBO's The Sopranos.
Yep.
In the series finale Made in America, Steve Perry was initially hesitant to allow the song to be used in The Sopranos, but later agreed. Digital downloads of the song soared following the episode's airing, and exposure motivated the band members to overcome the struggles they were having at the time. And they found a former lead singer Steve Aguirre after Perry, his departure. The song for years has been commonly played at Detroit Red Wings home games.
Mm-hmm.
During the last minute of playoff victories, the volume is lowered during the Born and Raised in South Detroit line.
Really?
Which is instead sung by home fans. They all sing it together.
Okay.
It was
nice.
It was played at the closing ceremonies of the Red Wings' longtime home, Joe Louis Arena, in 2017. It's also used at other Detroit sporting events. The song is still played in the 8th inning of every San Francisco Giants home game. Steve Perry is a Giants season ticket holder and memorably led the crowd in the song during the World Series in 2014. In addition, after the Giants won the 2010 World Series, Fox Sports used the song to close their post-game coverage of the 5th and deciding game of the World Series.
Wow.
The song got a boost when it was used in the closing number of Rock of Ages. A jukebox musical featuring hits of the 80s. The show ran on Broadway from 2009 to 2015, and in 2012 was made into a movie starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I saw that one.
The song is used in professional wrestling by a guy named Silas Young.
Really?
In 2020, the song was used in a Toyota Hilux commercial. In a commercial with the help of his Hilux, a dad retraces his steps on an epic journey to help his daughter find her lost toy. In South Park, the character Eric Cartman is seen singing the song in the episode TSST while plugging his video game console moments after disobeying his nanny. The song is one of the possible songs that can be heard at the exit path after the ride in Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at one of the parks.
Yeah.
The song was used as a soundtrack in the last scenes of the episode Schadenfreude, a CBS television series. Cold Case aired in 2005. The song saw a resurgence in popularity in 2009 after being featured prominently in a pilot episode of Glee. It would be performed a total of 7 times in that show, as well as on the live tour that Glee did, 2010 through 2011. It would also be featured in Glee, the 3D concert movie, a live recording of the concert featuring the cast performing in character both on stage and off. So that
you would never have to get paid for that song on radio or anything else. You could just depend on everything you just talked about as far as licensing.
Yeah. And it just keeps going. I mean, it's been contestants on the singing shows that have done it. Big Brother in 2010 recorded a version of the song, and the Housemates recorded a version of the song that they put out, I guess. And in 2020, Journey recorded a new version of the song to promote UNICEF's Won't Stop campaign, which also included Randy Jackson back as on bass.
Yeah, what did Randy say when
yeah, dog, yeah,
go dog.
That was about it. So yes,
Randy Jackson, he's played that song, many times out on the road on tour.
Yeah, no question about it. And so, yes, don't stop believing. The number, and I hear it all the time at high schools. Warm-ups for basketball and football. Just got done with the dance and drill state championships this past weekend. A couple of routines to that song.
Really, still?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There was a routine. There was a palm routine to an AC/DC track.
So now, so give us some background. That was last weekend, and where was that again?
That was over in Yakima.
In Yakima. So Eli Sports carried that, and this is pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
the cheer.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's a cheer championship that was earlier. This is dance and drill. It's a separate competition, but every routine has music,
and they're still using songs that are 40 some years old.
Oh, exactly. And I've had this discussion with folks at games. I go, they're warming up to, Thunderstruck by AC/DC. And said, that song's 40 years old.
Yeah.
They go, yeah, but it's still a good song. I go, you know what? We used to warm up to Thunderstruck in 1982.
They don't sound that old, do they?
I go, so if we were doing what you were doing, we would be warming up to Bing Crosby or the Glenn Miller Band.
Oh, yeah.
From 1942. I mean, that's 40 years ago, right? What music is in 40? that's the music we would have had to been listening to.
There was no rock and roll.
No,
There was no. I mean, that's far ahead of
Come
Buddy
on, boys,
Holly.
get stretched out here. So,
Yeah, that's Glenn Miller.
Glenn Miller there. Lawrence Welk.
Yeah, no,
One
that's,
and a two.
That's really something to think about. You know, and the other thing is that I can think of a number of bands that were really, really ahead of their times. This happened primarily in the 1970s. Kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, massively ahead of their time. I mean, you had Beth that was, you know, that's a slower tune, but a lot of their tunes, I mean, you know, we're really going to play this on AM radio.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
you know, even Peter Frampton and that type of stuff. Some of those
Frampton,
guys.
yeah, he came out with that. He was 76. Kiss was before
yeah.
76.
Yeah, it's Kiss.
A lot of their stuff.
Yeah, Kiss.
Well, Boston came out in 76
Yeah.
or 75.
And it didn't
and
really start to sound good until FM radio came in, stereo and that type of stuff. And then those bands started to kind of fit in. But maybe that's why, you know, Journey, they were ahead of their time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's why it's still.
But they came in. I mean, they came in after Boston and Foreigner kind of, you know, and that's you know, Styx was just getting started then during that time as well.
Oh, I saw Styx in 1980.
Hey, we saw Styx just a couple of years ago down at Ridgefield, and the guy who's a crazy singer for Styx all those years.
Oh, Dennis DeYoung?
Yeah, Dennis.
Was he there?
No, he was not.
I was
But
going to
this
say,
guy,
he's mad.
he is.
He's as mad as Henley.
He's a mad hatter. I mean,
But Tommy Shaw was there.
Tommy was,
Yeah.
and he goes, what? he goes. We knew it was over with Dennis when we're doing a concert in Kansas City, and 15 minutes into the show, we still haven't sung a one note because we're doing some play of Mr. Roboto or whatever. He goes, all right, this is, and we're starting to get booed off the stage because people oddly are here to listen to our music and not see a play. So.
By the way, I've got to interrupt right now. I think maybe you missed this, but I have to tell you this, that when you said booed off stage, I just thought of this. John Mellencamp, that's who you were telling me about the story.
Yes.
Yeah, the story Paul said. You were at the concert,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so give us a background of that, just real quickly.
Well, yeah. A couple of years ago, we went up and saw John Mellencamp, and he's a
he's a foul man.
He's not afraid to chew the audience
No, he's
out.
not, because you know what? He's up there to perform, and so what did he say?
Someone was yelling, "I love you, John," and he says, "Just shut the hell up. No one wants to hear you." He goes, "You don't love me. You don't know me, and I don't know you, and all you're doing is disrupting everything."
So somebody had the audacity. Well, no, this is serious. So he was actually telling a story about one of the songs.
Yeah.
Which I think with John Mellencamp, if he's going to tell a story, then you need to listen, because I don't think that he's going to always tell stories.
Yeah, you never know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that this is. I know these songs that he's written. I mean, they are fabulous.
Yeah.
They are one of a kind. Again, ahead of his time.
Yep.
And so he's telling a story, and some jackass out in the audience, this was like a week ago, yelled, "Play some music."
Yeah.
Apparently, you know, from what I heard, the guy was removed and brought backstage after the show.
Well,
so John could have a word with him.
Well, I know Mellencamp left the stage.
And then, he left the stage.
I'm done.
Because then somebody else did it 2 times in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I again, this is just what I heard. So
yeah. No, I saw the same
So
story.
if you see Mellencamp,
so he did come back.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yes. And if you're going to sing along, make sure you know the lyrics, because that made him mad too. with Jack and Diane. Now, okay, we're at the Paramount.
Yeah.
So the only seats that I can buy at the Paramount are the very last row at the very top.
Right.
I can't fit. Literally, the aisles are so narrow. I mean, my knees are into the back
Yeah.
of the person in front of me. And so I get the seat at the very top, and then I just go around. There's a landing up there, and I can stand
Right.
and I can see it. And the Paramount, the acoustics are so good.
Oh,
It's just as
perfect
good up
place.
there.
Yeah.
But if I can't sit in the very back row as far away as possible, then I don't go to the Paramount. So we're up there.
Yeah.
And he starts doing, and he goes, look, I know you all love Jack and Diane. He goes, and of course, I love it. He says, but I'm tired of doing it the same way over time. So he did, and he was doing this gorgeous acoustic version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd started singing, and apparently they got the lyric wrong, and he stopped. All right. And then the chew out came.
Yep.
If you're going to sing, know the GD words.
Yeah. He has a history in Seattle, too, because that's, he was, I've talked about this before, but he was in the studio at KXRX.
Yeah.
And that's when he had the heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, we love him. We don't want any trouble.
Exactly.
We love you. We respect you. And I've never seen you in concert, but if I go, I know exactly the criteria.
Hey, so since we are talking music, we are, Tony and I are kicking off our summer concert series of what we're going to go see.
With?
We're starting on with a little country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're starting off with some country. On Friday, we're going up to see Tim McGraw.
Ah, good choice.
Yeah. First time we'll be at Climate Pledge, so I'll give my review. I know you kind of like that place.
I like it. I mean, I thought they did a great job. I've seen the last one was Heart on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. We got some decent seats. We're, I think, at about
By the way, thanks,
row
Mom.
20.
Thank you.
I think row 20 or so on the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we're down there. And then next month, middle of next month, April, we're going right up to all the way to Olympia.
Whoa.
And I'm really intrigued by this.
Yeah.
These were 40, and then there might still be tickets available. $45.
Yeah.
5 for Fighting.
Oh, yeah.
With a string quartet. And 5 for Fighting is a single man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a big band. He's a single keyboard. Just and I don't know. He's had 4 or 5 big hits.
Yeah, but I was playing that stuff on the radio. I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have researched it more.
Yeah.
But these guys are pretty good. Right? Wow. It's kind of like this, Yeah, Led Zeppelin, man. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Well, that sounds good. You got things laid out.
So that's our start. And I know you've got your eye on May.
Yeah,
right?
What? I got to figure this out. I haven't figured this out yet, so I'm going to figure this out the next week because I will be there. Just I think I'm just going to have to, bite the bullet and I'll do the payment plan. I've been having all these weird dreams about Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
I'm not sure we want to go into that.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
they're
Hopefully David
good,
Bowie is not in on that as well.
No, he's not in. Be quiet about that.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what. I saved Keith Richards' life in one of these dreams.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, I said, well, you guys are going to be in Seattle in May. You think you can give me a really good seat? And he goes, no. I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, listen, I don't have a lot of access to tickets. Okay. I said, you're in the band. So I don't know. That was just a crazy dream, Keith. And I think is where that came from. Is we were talking about St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
And we were talking about his favorite dish. Michelle, what's his? It was the potato thing.
Shepherd's pie.
Yeah, shepherd's pie. So Keith Richards loves shepherd's pie.
Hey, so does country artist Billy Dean.
Does he?
Yeah, because we had him here at Music in the Park.
Oh, yeah. So
we fed him downstairs, and he had the shepherd's pie.
Oh,
so you like that. Yeah. Speaking of Music in the Park.
Yeah.
Next week.
You know what? Don't tease us anymore about this.
Next week, we're blowing it up.
Okay.
Everything's coming out at one time.
All right. Okay.
So
we'll let you know.
I got the last details. I just have to sign off and send them off, and we're good. It is going to be fabulous. So that's going to be part of our music experience this summer. And then I should mention that Tony and I, we're going to take the Mohney Show, Mohney and probably Eric, and we're gonna see ELO, their final North American tour.
Jeff Lynne's ELO.
Jeff Lynne, and that's going to be at the down in Portland.
That's at Moda Center.
The Moda Center. They'll be in Seattle too. The
I've never
Climate
figured
Pledge,
out what a
I think
Moda
it
is.
I don't know. It's some
It's
company.
like a modem or something like
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. Right now, it sounds like we've got things
That's
laid
in
out.
September though.
Yeah.
So that's.
Dave from Napa's patiently waiting.
Yep.
He's pacing back and forth.
Oh, wrap this up. I got things to do.
Tell you what, Mohney,
Dave
be quiet.
likes, he's a big concert guy, right? He's a big
Oh yeah,
music
no,
guy,
he sees a lot of stuff. We're going to take a break. We're going out to Onalaska right now. This has been in the making for at least a couple of years. Napa's moving into a fire station, the former fire station. There's been tons of remodeling. We'll have all the details. Not quite open yet, but they're open on April 1st, Monday, April 1st. And Michelle and I will be out there doing a live broadcast. So that's coming up next. Stay right there with the Mohney Show.
Tires got you stressed? Before hitting the road, be sure your tires are up for the ride. Visit Point S Tire and Auto now and save up to $200 on a set of tires during our Spring for All tire sale. Spring for All means you can save up to $200 on all our top brands like Falcon, Hankook, Nokian, and Nexen. Now through April 6th. Ready to stress less about tires? Shop the sale today at pointstire.com.
No stress with Point S.
The spring sale is on right now at Centralia, OK Tire Point S, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia. What a difference a couple of weeks makes, man. We are out here at NAPA in Onalaska, and the store is totally coming together. Dave Wilson's with me. Dave, it's been a long journey, hasn't it?
It is. It's starting to come together, but wow, the
UPS
chaos
is here, and boy, they're bringing tons of inventory into the store, really as we speak. So let's go in and get out of the rain.
Get out of the rain.
We had all of our nice weather, but we're back into regular, Western Washington weather. But the grass is growing.
Yeah,
It's time to get lawnmowers fixed and ready to go, and you'll have that stuff in here.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, we're not completely ready yet. Okay, here we go. Man. I mean, the last time we were here, it was just a couple of weeks ago.
It was empty.
And it was empty.
It's starting to come together. It's starting to look like a parts store.
It is. But before we get into what's going on here, I want you to tell me about this. This is a big deal.
Yeah, we're going to do our filter sale on April 1st to the 14th, which is kind of a normal springtime deal we do, up to 40% off of any filter, air filter, oil filter, whether it's for
cabin
your
filters,
lawnmower or your car or your tractor, whatever.
I need a lawnmower and I need a car truck filter. So
we're going to do that. It's a big deal for us. A lot of people get excited about it. And with the supply chain issues, we skipped it last year just because it was so hard to get stuff, but we're back on.
Back on this year. And again, this starts on April 1st. Now tell us what else is going on right here on April 1st. That's Monday, April 1st.
We're going to be open. It may be messy. We may not be able to find everything.
But there'll be folks here to help.
But if someone walks in on Monday and wants to buy something, we're going to do it. We're going to help them out.
Oh man, it looks great. Wow. You guys have been busy.
Yeah, well, we've got 4 of us here today working on this. It's a really slow process because all this stuff comes in, and just picture you got 1,000 parts,
right?
And they're in no order at all,
right?
And you got to figure out where to put them.
You open up the box and you go, oh, this is this, and then you get so much stuff that you probably have trouble sorting all the boxes out because they're all over the place.
Right. You start putting, you put a part on the shelf. This is part number 1. I got part number 57. Well, I'm going to guess it goes down around about here.
Exactly.
And then before you know it, you're having to, every time you put a part up, you have to move everything else because, the spacing isn't right. But
I will say, look at this. It looks pretty, it looks very Napa-ish.
Yeah.
All right, take us through and show us what's going on here. I just put seafoam from the Chehalis NAPA store in my truck. I was having some, I think injector issues.
Yeah.
And already, it's been in there for about 5 miles, and already it seems to be less jerky. So
yeah,
seafoam's on sale right now as well. That's until the end of this month. Okay, come on.
All right.
Go back here, Dave. Give us an idea of, this store is basically exactly what the other stores are, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Same products, about the same amount of stuff.
Okay.
So
Somebody walks in, needs a water pump for their 78 Chevy pickup. You'll have it.
yeah, yep.
And car care supplies, all kinds of stuff. You're not going to have to drive, into town. It's just going to be a lot more convenient for folks out here, in the
Right.
surrounding areas of Onalaska.
Right. We kind of figure that we'll get people from Ethel, Cinnabar, maybe even as far as Morton, Mossy Rock.
Really, what an addition to downtown Onalaska. There's a lot of stuff going on out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of houses being built out
Yeah,
here.
beautiful area.
I would like to see some more businesses move into town just to help keep people in town. But it is a growing area.
They have a really good school system out here. I mean, you wouldn't think in a small area, but the reason I know that is my mom, Barbara Stewart. She's passed away, but she was a school teacher out here for like 35 years, taught first grade. Maybe she was your first grade teacher, and you'll sit down and be quiet. Anyway, but she always loved it out here, and that's why she stayed for so long. Can you take us?
Let's go around this way since we don't want to disturb the guys. I don't want to give them an excuse to stop working.
Oh yeah, look at all the car care supplies. Let's stand over here for a second and check this stuff out. The nice weather is going to come back.
Oh yeah.
And then when it comes back, then you're going to need car care supplies. Ooh. Stocking. How do you pronounce that, by the way?
I'm not really sure. I never had anybody tell me.
Is it Groitz?
I would say Griot, but I don't know.
I don't know. My son uses it, and you have it in stock now.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. This stuff's really good. I mean, it's all really good, but okay. So there you go. That's the stuff to get things cleaned up this spring. And again, like you said, tractors. You'll have inventory for that at some point, right?
Tractors, lawnmowers, big trucks.
Okay. Somebody's got their Kenworth over, and they're working on it. And it's Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna have stuff for all that.
Yeah, you won't have to go into town. Oh man, look at this selection here. This is a big deal. When you're looking for nuts and bolts, and you have to have the right one. This selection right here, very nice. Yeah. Take it from me.
Yeah,
I'm always looking for something, aren't I?
You are. If you quit buying from me, I'd probably have to lay somebody off.
That's good and bad, I think. Okay, back into the storeroom here. Or actually, You take it away.
Well, the storeroom back here is filling up rapidly. One of many storerooms.
Whoa! So the last time we were in here, there was shelves being built.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So product is getting put away, but
getting ready for the filter sale.
Yeah.
By the way, it starts on the 1st of April. Won't you please come out?
Yeah,
you can be an idiot.
That's.
You've got your office here. Again, give us another update on the building. This was an old fire station, right?
This was the Onalaska Fire Department from, I don't know how long, but at least the 50s. And so it was
a lot different in here, wasn't it?
A lot different. You had the break room for the firemen. They had, the bays for the fire trucks. And so we had to do a complete remodel.
Was this wall here?
This is one of the original walls. This is an addition to the building here.
And then through that door, you get your exit, but you mind if we head over there?
No, let's go right ahead. It's full over there as well.
Careful, step lightly. So you just go in between buildings here, and if you watch the first report, then you kind of remember that. Oh boy, yeah. See, it's a lot fuller. Now you guys use this for just, the big storage stuff, right?
Yeah, right, for receiving and storing bulk. But we've got pallets of stuff showing up. Trucks are pulling up pretty.
This is what you're talking about,
right? That's a problem, because how do you put all this in order on the shelves, it's a complete mess. So you end up, what we actually end up doing with a lot of this is laying it all out on the floor and getting it all in order on the floor.
Right.
And then we take and go and put it in on the shelves, so it's already in order.
There's a fuel pump, the little hydraulic things for your hood and for your hatchback.
For your camper.
And, yeah. What do we got here? Oh, no, oil filter.
Tranny.
Yep,
Transmission filter.
Transmission filter. That's a big one. What's that, like an Allison or something?
I don't even know what that fits.
Yeah, that's way bigger than anything I ever deal with.
Yeah. So, and actually, all these boxes up here that are all full of brake pads,
Okay.
but we haven't got to yet. It's a process, and we just have to kind of start pushing stuff to the side and come back to it later.
The guy's working like what, 10 hours a day doing this?
No, we're not. We're not
hammering
trying to
that.
kill these
Yeah.
guys, but this is the only focus out here is putting stuff away.
Another truck arrives, another delivery truck. Dave's hopped on the old forklift there. We're not sure what kind of a driver he is, so let's head out and watch him unload. I think there's like 3 or 4 pallets on this peninsula truck, delivery truck. See, folks, this is the meat and potatoes of a store opening. I mean, this is pretty cool. So follow me out here. Born down range.
I don't want those.
There we go.
Bring them back next week.
I heard that. Oh no. You know, it's really something when you think about it, because this isn't like a huge store, but it still takes, my producer's right there, and she's got to nod her head. It still takes a lot of inventory. I mean, just pallets and pallets like that of inventory to stock a store this size. So just think, like a Home Depot or something like that. That is just incredible how much there is there. So we'll watch Dave for a couple of minutes. Okay, so this is a really big deal. You've got a hydraulic hose. It blows up. There's fluid going all over the place, and there's about a zillion of them, that go in certain areas under certain cars and trucks and farm equipment and all that stuff. So you guys can make them here.
Yeah, we've got a hydraulic hose press here. So if your farm tractor blows a hose on the weekend, just come on in and we'll fix it up.
So let's back up here and take a look. So this, explain a little bit about.
This is different size and types of hydraulic hose. We still have a little bit more coming, but you measure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Use the saw here to cut it off.
And then you've got all the fittings, the specific fittings. The
fittings are still coming in, but we've got some of them here. And then we use this machine here to crimp the fitting onto the end of the hose.
Okay.
And these things are high pressure, talking 6,000 PSI. And
this is logging truck, farm equipment, like loaders and even like forklifts, like you were just using.
Pretty much all industrial equipment has hydraulics on it.
You don't need to really worry about, I guess contemporary cars and trucks, because those are made, right? Those are
right. This is not going to be on your car or your pickup truck, but your farm tractor, logging equipment, like you said, any construction equipment.
It's a big deal too, because especially being out here in the Onalaska area, if you can, if you're up in Morton or something like that and you blow a hose, you can just come down here. They take a look at it and build it.
Yeah, we build them on site, custom made to be exactly like the original.
It doesn't really take that long, does it?
No, it'll probably take you 20 minutes to half an hour.
So on to kind of a different subject. I was thinking about this. The delivery guy was talking about this. This is your 7th store, isn't it?
Yeah, number 7.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we just keep on growing. So I think I'm ready to take a break for a minute after this one. Let things settle down for a minute.
Centralia, Chehalis, Rochester, Tenino, Castle Rock.
Yeah.
What am I missing there?
You're missing our heavy duty location.
Heavy duty over on
Chehalis.
State Avenue in Chehalis, and then the brand new Onalaska store. and soft opening on April 1st.
Yeah.
And what time are you opening up on April 1st?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. sharp. Get in here, take a look at it. I want to walk out back into we're back in the storeroom right now, but I want to walk back into the main store, take a quick tour of that, and kind of go over just a couple of more things with Dave. But we want folks to know about this. And again, take a look. This is really exciting to have this coming to Onalaska. These guys are, you can see right now, everybody's stocking the store. We got, how's the IT going for all the, your point of purchase stuff?
Everything's up and operational, all
Right.
the computers and.
Because, when you got in here, there wasn't much to work with, was there?
No, everything is new. We had to do everything.
We had to do a whole heating system, right?
Yeah.
Air conditioning.
There's no insulation in here.
Mm-hmm.
We took out walls.
Did you upgraded power?
We had, electricians have
Issues
pretty
there.
much done all the buildings completely. Everything's replumbed.
Well, it's safe, and I can testify that it looks good in the lunchroom and the bathroom and all that stuff back there. So before we leave here, again, Dave, take it away. Filter sale.
NAPA filter sale, April 1st to the 14th, up to 40% off on all your filters.
Doesn't matter which one you go to.
And that's good here in Onalaska, as well as any of the other NAPA stores that in our area.
We want you to come out to Onalaska and take a look at the store. There will be a grand opening, an official grand opening.
Yeah, once we get all this stuff put away and ironed out, then we'll have an actual grand opening event.
I'm sure we'll have some sunshine by that time as well.
Yeah.
We are out with the Mohney Show at the brand new NAPA store. Dave, thank you.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Very much.
Appreciate you coming out.
We'll keep getting updates, but that's the Mohney Show. We're heading back into the studio. Paul Walker's in the studio, so thank you, and see you in a couple minutes. At Tyler Rental, quality equipment and helpful counter pros save you costly delays. For projects big and small, Tyler has Genie man lifts and forklifts, Deere excavators, welders, and generators, plus new tools from Steel, Milwaukee, and Hilti. While you're in the store, shop for hard hats, safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection, and much more. Contractors and homeowners depend on Tyler Rental for selection and well-maintained equipment to avoid downtime. Tyler Rental, 153 Hamilton Road, south of Chehalis. Back with the Mohney Show. That was a lot of fun out in Onalaska, and the fun continues. In fact, Michelle, she's got the information about Monday coming up on April 1st. Where can folks find our live broadcast that we're going to be doing from NAPA with their soft grand opening? I
would say probably the easiest is to find it on Facebook.
Okay.
If you follow the Mohney Show on Facebook, you'll get a notification that we've gone live. Otherwise, you can just look for the Mohney Show on Facebook and it'll be there. We'll also likely have it on the MohneyShow.com after our live session so people could watch it on demand after the fact.
Okay, cool. So if you miss the live version, you can catch that right around 10 o'clock or just a little bit after. That depends on how busy things are out at the location.
Yeah.
So soft grand opening, NAPA out in Onalaska, and their filter sales starts. We just talked about that a couple of moments ago on Monday as well. So I'm going to be, I've got a lawnmower one that I need to buy, but that's going to be really just a lot of fun coming up on Monday. And then they're going to do a big blowout grand opening thing, but this is the soft opening. And congratulations to Dave. I do believe that's his 7th store.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, it hasn't been that long. So you've got Centralia, Chehalis, Rochester, Tenino, Castle Rock, the heavy-duty truck store on National Avenue in Chehalis, and Onalaska. That's 7 stores, 7 NAPA stores.
7.
7. Was it 7?
7. That's what I got. I got
Hold
7.
on. Give your phone.
No, I got
need
7.
Can we go back?
No.
7. Oh, yeah.
No,
That's I was going to name Steven 7.
Yeah.
Hey, also, I wanted to mention this. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to Bigfoot because when I was a kid, Bigfoot scared the heck out of me. Now, just bear with me here. I know we're off topic, but there's been several sightings of Bigfoot.
Off topic. The whole show is off topic.
I know it is. I know it is. Just hold on. So my friend Lane Meyer, he's been updating me on Bigfoot situations. This is serious. These guys just out towards Grand Mound, like about it was in February that these guys saw Bigfoot.
Wasn't there a follow up on that? Or no?
I know. Was there?
I think there was.
Oh, there was.
I'm not sure.
What was it?
I didn't see it. Someone told me that there was a follow up. So we need to before you go into the show, we need to find out.
No, I'm
we'll
good.
Have all the details on the big show.
Yeah, no, I thought you were going to say something funny.
No, I don't.
Okay, no, yeah. I'm going to follow up on this stuff, but the reason that I'm really pushing this is now there's apparently another one up at the Skookumchuck Dam.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, people are serious about this. Look this up on YouTube. We're gonna cover that and hopefully get some of the folks in here to talk about this as well. This is very intriguing.
Do you think the Skookumchuck Dam is kind of like a honey bucket for Sasquatch and Bigfoot?
You know what? You know why he's there? He's there because nobody's allowed up there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then it's
got the paper.
No, he's not going.
Looking for,
Hey,
deals.
There's some pretty heavy stories. These guys had a Bigfoot pick up their car and throw it down a cliff.
Okay.
Oh, that was a $6 million. Anyway, that's coming up. I'm working on that one. We'll see you on Monday, just after 10 o'clock. That's what? We're wrapping things up?
Oh, were you going to do that?
No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, it's over.
I thought you were.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You should at least thank everyone.
You know what? I was really in a groove. I'm not doing it.
I'm off topic. I'm sorry.
That's not okay. We're cut that out. We're wrapping it up anyway. Oh, we've got something important before we leave. A couple of different things here.
Okay.
But Don's Delectables in downtown Centralia has been operating here for. Michelle's got some of the information. She's been there for what? 10, 11, 12?
11 years.
11 years.
This
okay.
year, I believe. Yeah.
And she, I guess she's retiring. So they sold the business.
Yeah. Well, so they haven't sold the business per se. She is going to retain the Don's Delectables name.
Oh, she is? Okay.
She is. She has no plans of what she will necessarily do with that. But the business that's moving in, JJ's To Go, is their own business, their own, name and their own products.
So we could see, maybe something in the future after a rest, she might, revive.
Yeah.
Don's Delectables.
She's been telling most everybody that she doesn't know what she's going to do yet. She's going to take a step away from the restaurant life. And a lot of people...
Well, she's been a little bit busy.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize like her trips and stuff with family have been pretty much limited to holiday weekends for the most part because she's been open 7 days a week. So I talked to her a little bit this last week and I said, well, what's the first thing you're going to do? And she says, I'm going on a road trip with my kids.
Good.
So,
get to know the kids again.
And this is a woman who started a business. She moved out here from the East Coast. She's an Air Force veteran, moved back here from DC, Baltimore area. And she started her own business and didn't even have her own vehicle. She was borrowing vehicles to make her, supply and ingredient runs for the, the new restaurant she was establishing. And now all of a sudden, 11 years later, she's going out on top. Like she's won every award there is around here.
I know. The food is just, it's just tremendous.
Yeah.
It's good every time. And I'll be there on Friday. And I think you're going to be maybe stopping by on Saturday to wish her well.
I've been stopping by every morning, getting my parfait and my scone because I'll be going through withdrawals next week. But yes, their last day will be Saturday, March 30th. They are having a closing day celebration. So there will be stuff going on. It says breakfast will start at 8 a.m. and serve till 10:30 with lunch starting at 11. If there's any merchandise left, you can get yourself a Don's mug to remember the Don's chapter.
Yep.
She had a couple T-shirts and some hoodies left and things like that. But man, if you want a cupcake or a last slice of that favorite cake or whatever, you'll have to stop by Saturday at the latest.
You got to get the turkey sandwich with the cranberry sauce on it. Ugh.
Yes.
And then that's specially made bread too.
I think a lot of it's Dave's Killer Bread.
Yeah.
That premium good. Yeah.
And then she makes the best. There's a place that knows how to make potato salad.
Okay.
It's not just all bland. It actually has flavor to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that's, we just want to wish her well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being.
If she does come back,
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for her, because one of my favorite pizza places is on Orcas Island.
Oh, really?
It's right on where the docks are, the marina.
Mm-hmm.
And the sign says, "We're open when we're here." and they live on a boat.
Nice.
And sometimes you go, "Well, we're closed," and then they're open, and so they're only open when they're there.
That's good information for her. She can do that. I mean, if she's taking some time with the kids, hey, I'm not here.
Not here. Sorry. Be back next week.
But come back, because we're not closed.
Yeah. We'll be open when I'm here. So
I can
those
see
are
her.
the business hours. We're open when we're here.
I can see
love
Dawn
that.
doing that, right?
Yeah, potentially. I mean,
maybe.
she's gone through a lot of hours of operations changes with surviving COVID and
Absolutely.
all of the stuff that's happened even just the last handful of years. So, do you know much about the new business that's going in there?
I do not know anything about the new business.
So it's a business called JJ's To Go.
Okay.
They've been an entirely mobile food establishment up
right
until
on.
now.
Okay.
So this will be their first location. I actually have their new menu right in front of me. They do have a turkey, bacon, and cranberry wrap or sandwich,
They
Steve.
do.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Okay, I'll be trying that. Any soups on that menu there? Or?
I don't see any soup on this particular menu.
Okay.
They may have some. I see salads. I see wraps. I'm very partial to the hot honey chicken wrap. It's kind of a sweet, spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to their last hurrah pasta night, which was their last night cooking at New Wacom Grill, which is where they had been doing mobile service out of, and it was real good. I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do.
Well,
in that space.
I don't really picture Dawn, making a deal with folks that can't cook good food.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you from talking with Dawn that this was particularly exciting for her because she was, a woman in business, and now she feels like she's helping another woman in business start a chapter.
That's fantastic.
They're also a family-operated business. Mom, dad, sister-in-law, all working together.
Well,
so
let's support them, because the building is so warm and inviting. So congratulations to Dawn. We wish you all the best, and we wish the new folks the best as well. So, Paul?
Yep. Hey,
that's it.
That's it. Happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter. Oh, by the way, I did want to say this. Michelle will post a couple of pictures from the Mohney Easter coloring. So we'll post those. Those will be, I think you can post them right now, can't you? I mean, at some point when we do the final edit here, but put them up there. The grandkids were at the house, and they were making all kinds of different Easter eggs. And then there was something where we mixed some stuff together, and one blew up.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, it was a real neat one. So happy Easter. That wraps up the Mohney Show. We will see you Monday from Onalaska. Thanks, everybody. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia.